Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Montessori. Today I have no Montessori material before me, and you can see that my table is empty. But the truth is that I do have with me a material, a most magical and marvelous material, an incredible instrument of the intelligence. Yes, what I'm talking about is the hand, the human hand. Think of all that we can do with our hands. We can lift, we can grip, we can caress, we can even be violent with our hands. Let's call it self-defense. But think of everything that is there within the hand and really how it helps each of us to grow in our daily life, and in particular how much it helps a child to grow, how much it helps a child to set himself, to put himself in contact with the world around him. And this is very important for a young child who does not know his world, who is so dependent on the adults around him. In order to become independent, in order to grow in his own idea of himself, he needs his hands. And every part of the hand is important. Each finger, every little ligament and muscle of each finger, the palm itself, the wrist, and the way the hand is connected to the rest of the body by means of this arm. Now, a child in his daily life uses all of his hand, all of his arm, all of his body in different ways. And we in the Montessori classroom, we encourage this kind of movement. No child is made to sit down and keep sitting. He is free to move, he is free to pick up materials and to use them. And the very use of these different materials helps the child to develop the different parts of his hand. So from the tiny movements that he has to make to pick up maybe seeds or beads, the movements that he has to make to hold and use a spoon or another such instrument, materials that are heavy and make him use both his hands simultaneously along with the rest of his body, materials that make him use all of the length of his arms. There are all of these movements that the child has to make in his daily life in a Montessori classroom, in the children's house and in the primary. But let's talk about the children's house, because this is where the child is developing this wonderful relationship between his mind and his body. So, what is happening here? The child is using materials, yes, these materials that form so much the core of the Montessori system. But at the same time, the child is developing his hands for all of the life that lies ahead of him. So no matter what the child becomes as he grows up, he may be an artist, a bus driver, a brick mason, he may be a scientist, a physicist, an explorer, whatever line of work he takes up, or let me say, whatever lines of work he takes up, because no one does only one thing in all their life. The child is prepared for it. His hands are prepared for it. This is one of the marvelous materials that is put to use daily in a Montessori classroom. And this is a material that will stand as a help to the child for the rest of his life, apart from putting him in contact with the world around him. It helps him to grow, it helps his intelligence to grow. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time.